Hi, I'm Trixie. I kind of had a moment of personal thought recently. A lot of YouTubers have kind of an on-screen persona and then an off-screen persona, right? Well, if you met them on the street, they wouldn't be quite as exaggerated as they are on screen. So I got to thinking, is there really an off-screen Trixie? If you saw me walking down the street, would there be a difference? I honestly don't know. I mean, goodness, I hope I'm like this all the time, because this version of me is fun. But I was thinking, is it kind of like an Andrew Dice Clay thing? Everyone says they don't know when he shuts it off, because it's like you see him on screen, he's one way, but I feel like you see him on the street and he'd still be like, Jack and Jill went up the hill, oh! I don't know. The McDonald's clerk is like, thank you, Mr. Clay, would you like fries with that? And he's just like, hickory dickory dock, douche! You just don't know. You don't know. So anyway, I do have some questions here, and as I promised in an earlier video, I will give credit to who sends them in. So, this first one is from... Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this name. Do I have spit on my lip? I think I do. Golbezhatred, something like that. Ooh, golbezhatred. Sounds like a harsh guy. Anyway, he asked, in response to the one video where I talked about food courts, how about when food places end up in other parts of a mall? You're walking along and it's like, why is that restaurant there? Why isn't that over there with the other ones? Why did they shun that little French fry place? I don't see things like that often. I think I've seen something like that once. If there's a restaurant that's not in the food court, it's just scattered somewhere else. It's usually just like a cookie place or an Annie Ann's. Or if you're in one of those states that doesn't quite do the Annie Ann's thing, I was in Arizona and they had some other brand and people were like, oh, we don't do that Annie Ann's thing here. It's like, blasphemy. That is blasphemy. You don't know what you're missing. It's greasy, but it is damn delicious. What does bother me though? When you go to a food court that's not consistently a food court. Okay, this reference could get dated, so as of now, as of December 2018, right? If you go to Monroeville Mall in Pennsylvania, the one where they made the zombie movie, and look at the food court. The one side of the food court is as so. There's a convenience store, a Chinese restaurant, a salad place, and then a Lids and a GameStop, and then a yogurt place. How the hell does that happen? That doesn't make any sense. And it's I was at a mall up in Erie, PA. They had an FYE in the food court. That doesn't make sense. Speaking of, what else bugs me? Because I see this a lot too, where it's okay, a food court will have a Chinese place. There won't be anything unusual about that. The same kind of food you'd expect. But then the same place also owns a Cajun place. And I say Cajun in air quotes because if you look at the menu, it's the same as the Chinese place. They have General Tso's and egg rolls. Why does that make sense? I want crawfish and gumbo and, Cajun food, right? No, it's always just the same stuff as the Chinese place. I don't get it. Just do not get it. Okay, on to question 2. Ashford writes, I'm in a poly relationship with 2 otters and a bear, and the cuddling is so nice and warm. But one of the otters wants me to take the relationship one step further. He wants me to go swimming with him. I don't know if I should. See, I don't know what he's talking about here. Otters and a bear. Okay, hold on. I know the best solution to this. Give me a second. I'm gonna Urban Dictionary this. Hold on. Okay, so I did some reading, and apparently it's like this, right? A bear is a big hairy guy, and an otter is a smaller hairy guy. I couldn't find the swimming part, but I'm guessing that's, you know what he means. Also, since I was on Urban Dictionary, do you know there's a sexual position called the prairie dog prick-a-bush? Anyway, if the swimming is what I think the swimming is, Do it only if your heart tells you to. Trust your instinct in your soul. And if you do it, be sure to play it safe. It's best to be safe. I don't get all these nicknames though, Bears and Otters. Well, what happened to the good old hairy guy that smells funny? I don't know. Anyway, let me... Okay, question 3. Bubbles, right? Wait a minute. My bubbles? As in, like, the bubbles that I do I guess so. Okay. Bubbles. Trixie, I need some advice. I am a writer and have a hard time finishing things or putting my work out there. I get cold feet a lot or lose faith in myself and my abilities. What should I do? Do you have any good tips/advice for me? Okay, this one touches me in a deep place, giggity, because, let's be honest, I'm not the most successful internet personality in the world, right? And I know that's because, I kind of had to restart everything. I started my videos on another channel, then got rid of them and moved them to another one, so I kind of had to find an audience again, and it's been kind of slow to pick up, and it's been less than a year, but... I admit I get discouraged when I look at my views and I'm like, hey, no one's paying attention to this. I thought I did a funny video. I thought I was entertaining. And the rest of the world's just like, you're getting 15 views if you're lucky. And admittedly, there have been times where I'm like, why don't I just give up the ship? I advertise these things different places, but they're still not finding an audience. They're still not taking off. But every time I think of quitting, I'm like, no. That is giving up, and that is not something Trixie does. You keep making videos. You keep playing to those 12 people that are watching them, right? And you do the best job you can. I don't care if there's 2 people watching it. You make the best damn video you can, because if you look at that video and you're satisfied with how it turns out, you will feel good about it. And people will take notice eventually. Maybe it's not my time, but they will take notice eventually. I have faith in that. So anyway, my point is, Bubbles, if you get cold feet or you don't have confidence in your abilities, shut your mind off. Tell your emotions to take a back seat, and you get that right and done. Because believe me, no matter how bad you feel about it at first, or no matter how many times you tell yourself maybe it's not good enough, if you put your best effort into it, you will be proud of it no matter what. And no audience response or anything like that should be able to get you down. So we do have one last little question here. Oh yes, a 4th, a bonus. Angel says, what will your reaction be when you meet Karen Fields one day at a convention? Oh, she wants to know, how will I react if I ever actually get to meet Judy from Sleepaway Camp, who I dressed up as in the Halloween video? Whether or not that'll happen someday, I don't know. I don't think she's a big, convention person. Maybe I'm wrong, but, I'll look. It's not like I haven't met Angela before, and this coming year, in 2019 at some point, apparently I'm actually going to get to meet Meg. M-E-G. Oh, that's so awesome. So, but that's a few months away. Judy, though, I don't know. If I did meet her, I think I would just be very happy, and I would thank her for being the awesome queenest of the meanest that she is. Okay, so, I have been Trixie. If you have questions for Trixie, that being myself, leave them in the comments down below. Visit me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll put the links down there in the little description. And you people all have a spectacular day.